Once you understand the differences between the cello and violin, you may know which is right for you, but you may love both instruments equally. The general public is most familiar with the violin, but that's not the only string instrument out there. In fact, you can get violins, cellos, double basses, and so much more. But what exactly is the difference between a cello and a violin? In this video, we will explain everything that you need to know. So, let's start the video. The cello is a bigger instrument, whereas the violin is much smaller. The cello can read music in the bass, tenor, and treble clefs, whereas violin music is only in treble clefs. The cello sits between the player's legs, whereas the violin rests on the player's shoulder. The cello can play the melody and the bass line, whereas the violin can't play low enough for the bass line. The cello costs quite a bit of money, whereas similar violins are more affordable. Think about why these differences matter in practice. If you choose to play the violin, you will only need to read one clef, treble clef. To play the extreme low and high notes, you need to be able to read and recognize ledger lines. On the other hand, cello music rarely uses more than a few ledger lines. Instead, you have to be able to read bass, tenor, and treble clefs to play the entire range of the cello. Another significant difference between the cello and violin is how you hold the instrument to play. If you play the violin, you will rest it between your chin and left shoulder. Then, you'll use your left hand to press down the strings and your right hand to either bow or pluck the strings. However, the cello is too big to place between your chin and shoulder. To play the cello, you'll pull out the end pin from the bottom of the instrument and rest it on the floor. Place the cello between your legs and bring the fingerboard up to your left shoulder. Both the cello and violin are part of the standard symphony orchestra, chamber orchestra, and string quartet. The violins are split into two sections, and the first violins tend to have the melody. Meanwhile, the second violins can have the melody or a harmony part. In ensemble music, the cellos may have any part, from the melody to the harmony to the bass line. In an orchestra, the top player of the first violin section will also serve as the concertmaster. They will introduce the orchestra tune before a rehearsal or performance. Both instruments can range in price from a few $100s to a few $1 million. But when comparing cellos and violins of the same quality, the cello will usually cost more. Once you understand the differences between the cello and violin, you may know which is right for you, but you may love both instruments equally. If that's the case, consider a few steps you can take to narrow your choice. Then, you can consider a few benefits of each instrument. Hopefully, one string instrument will end up as the clear winner. Fortunately, the cello and violin both come in multiple sizes, so you can find one that fits you. No matter what instrument you want to learn, you should get the best model you can afford. In general, the violin is going to be more affordable than the cello at all levels. Do you want to take advantage of the benefits that cellos have to offer? To make the most of those benefits, you need to know about the best cellos. Then, you can test and compare instruments that will work well and help you learn. Now it's your turn. Which one impresses you the most? Let us know in the comment section below. Also, do share and subscribe to our channel for further video notifications.